Thank you very much. Yeah, do we have a clicker or something like this? Yeah, if not, I will put it. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kirill Felikov. How are you? I know you are tired a little bit this evening, so I will do it fast. We will open our presentation. Again, my name is Kirill Felikov. I am head of business development at In5 and also founder of Scrapy Data. We are a research and analytics company with over 25 years of experience in Russia and more than 4 years of work in international markets. We have more than 1,000 active clients. We have offices in Kazakhstan, Russia, Serbia, and also here in Emirates. So today we are here to discuss the market entry. And before we start, I want to show you a quick review about the consumer market of the Emirates. Yeah, next slide, please. I will take it. So first of all, any market starts with the people, and here you can see the dynamics, population dynamics. From the last 10 years, the population of the Emirates grew by 10% from 9 million people to 11 million people. In one side, this is not a huge number, but the main point here is that the population is growing, different from many European countries. It's important to note that the imbalance in the population structure here. 10 years ago, the man-made share was 72%, and the gap is slowly closing, but even in 2025, men still will build around the 64% of the population. The reason is the migration model of the country. Most newcomers are men of working age, and another key feature of the Emirates market is the ethnic structure of the population. And here you can see the structure. Only about 11% of the people are Emirati citizens, I think you know that, but the big part are expats here. So if we're gonna deep a little bit dive, we will look at Dubai, and the population of the city is growing, and in 2025 it passed 4 million people. But in Dubai, the local population is smaller than the touristic flow. And here you can see that every year the touristic flow is 4 or 5 times bigger than the number of the residents. And all these factors make the country one of the most interesting places to grow for the retail and retail media here. So the demographics alone do not create the revenue, and it's important to understand where and how people spend money today. So by 2030, almost half of all car transactions in the region will be online. Online does not replace offline. It will grow in parallels. So hypermarkets, supermarkets, convenience stores, and malls will keep the main share of sales. That shows the retail in the Emirates is omni-channel, and e-commerce will continue to grow. So modern trade will slowly replace the traditional trade. And we will see this on another country, and other researchers also confirm that. So the future is for those who adapt to omni-channel. And this is why we made the goal to study how modern retail is presented in the Emirates. Here you can see the retail landscape. In general, the retail in the Emirates is not very different from in other countries. We see many formats and stores here. At the first place, you can see grocery stores, same as in other countries. At the second and third place, this is fashion and electronics. Interesting that at the fourth place, we can see the home and furniture. This is because we have a lot of active construction in the Emirates. And for me, it's also very surprised that the fifth place we have jewelry here. It's also very interesting because a lot of tourists came here to buy some jewelry. It's cheaper. So at the last one, this is pharmacies, toys and cosmetics. And now let's check who is the leading inside these segments. And we will try to understand who is the leading by numbers of stores. And here you can see the first place, this is Adno Oasis with the convenience format stores at the fuel station. They're stores similar to the neighborhood groceries. After that, you can see fashion with brands for less. Of course, at the electronics, this is Etisalat. Their main businesses is the telecom services, but almost in every store, they also sell devices. So in pharmacies, this is Life Pharmacy, a huge growing chain. They're the biggest here. And in toys, this is Baby Shop and cosmetic Bath and Body Works with 55 stores. The leaders are very different here, and from state companies and telecom to the fashion and the retail companies. And we know that some holdings own several chains here and several brands. So this holding do not control the whole market here. For us, the picture stay positive, and we still see a big variety of brands and formats here. And we already look at the population, we already looked at the sales channel, we look at the categories, and we understand the leaders by numbers of stores. But this is not enough if we really want to understand the market. And this is why we made the first systematic analysis of the Emirates. Here you can see the top 250 biggest retail chain, and we collect the data of estimated offline revenue, numbers of stores, store formats, price segments, e-commerce and marketplace activity. And now we will show you the result of our research, and you will see why the retail market in the Emirates is very special. When we collect the data and look at the market from the top, we saw that it's very unusual. Unlike Europe or United States, there are few chains control the half of the market. In the Emirates, the situation is completely different. Even the top 15 retailers take only a small share by count of stores. In FMCG, the shares of top 50 is only 16%, and the non-food retailers only 13%. This is very low, and the market is very fragmented. And this allows the modern trade to grow not only by organic expansion, but also replacing the less successful players at the next years. So here you can see the top 10 FMCG retailers in the Emirates. For the top 3, this is not a classic supermarket. It's very important to know that this is the biggest retail chain by count of stores, by brands. And the top 3 is not a classic supermarket. This is a fuel station with convenient format, Oasis, Zoom, Emirat. After that, we can see a classic giant like Carrefour and Lulu. This is international hypermarket chain. They're always standing side by side. And we also see the growth here because the Carrefour opened more than 20 new stores from the start of this year. And Lulu successfully went to the IPO. After that, we can see Edikop. This is the regional supermarket chain. Now they are going to the full rebranding at this and next year. And in the 7th place, we can see Viva. This is Discounter. They opened more than 100 stores here already. At the end, you can see the strong meat supermarket chains. I know everybody knows them in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. After that, we can see the top 10 non-food retailers here. This is also very interesting because we have a lot of pharmacy company here. Top 5 is Pharma, Life, Aster, Benzina, Supercare. And we also can see their electronic shop with the H-Salad and Do because they also sell the electronic devices in their shop. For me, it's very important that the Dr. Nutrition is a niche leader in the sport and wellness, and they are in the top 10. I think this is a good, positive sign for the local people here. And after that, we can see a jewelry, and the Daiso is closing our top with the popular value format here. So when we talk about omni-channel, we expect that almost all of them already follow the modern and fully omni-channel models. And we made the analysis of the top retailers and checked who sells online and who still work only offline. And here you can see the result. Our research showed that most retailers in the Emirates already moved online. 81% have their own e-commerce website, and almost half of them already use their mobile apps. But almost 20% of the biggest players stay fully offline. This is a giant like ADNOC and Viva. They work fully physical stores without their own online channels. And this opens a big opportunity for the marketplaces and aggregators, which takes the digital reach of the customers. So the most retailers have their own e-commerce. But do they also use the local marketplaces? And the answer is that in our research, almost 60% are there, but how they work is very different. And here you can see the biggest marketplaces. Important to know that not the whole partner of the marketplaces. This is the number of the biggest retail chain in the Emirates who work with these marketplaces. So in the first place, this is Noon. After that, we can see Amazon. We also check the aggregators. This is the InstaShop, Talabat. After that, Deliveroo Korea, and the new service now. And we also know that the Kita is also entering the market from the China and the Saudi. We will also add them. So these lists do not end here. We know that the aggregators like Bolt also is working here and planning to enter the market. Our client Yango is also active at this place. So this means the market will keep develop even faster with strong competition between aggregators, marketplaces, and this gives a big optimism for the future dynamics and development of the Emirates market. So at the end, for the conclusion, we have three key topics here. First, the population is growing, and this is nice. Second, the local market is total fragmented. We have a lot of space to play with retail and your services. And third, we have a lot of e-commerce who work with the marketplaces and the aggregators here, and the battle only starts. So I hope the presentation was helpful for you, and thank you very much for your attention. Here you can download the presentation. If you have any questions, I'm here. Thank you very much.